What up, y'all? Tina here, man. In this video, we're gonna talk about the Curse of Killmonger. Yeah, we're gonna talk about how after Killmonger was introduced in the MCU, most of the antagonists that came after him often felt very sympathetic. Let's get into it.
I talk movies and Marvel, TV shows, rumors, money, and drama. Game of Thrones, universe, and rice too. Vampires, horror, I got you. Subscribe to my page, come roll with me. If you like movies, follow, she dreads me. Movies, follow, she dreads me. She dreads me.
All right, when I say the Curse of Killmonger, I mean, he was a villain who a lot of people was like, dang, I kind of understand. I get it a little bit. Now, don't get me wrong. He wasn't the first sympathetic villain in the MCU by any means, but I think he was written so compelling that a lot of the writers saw BlackPanther and was like, dang, I want to flesh my villain out like that too. Zemo was a pretty sympathetic villain that came before Killmonger. It's just, to me, his motives were completely overshadowed in Civil War because, yeah, it's sad that you lost your wife and kids, but Cap, you knew Bucky killed Tony's parents. Bruh, what up? Like, that really was my takeaway from the movie. Like, Cap, come on, bruh. You really helped Bucky jump Iron Man after he found out he took out his parents. I just feel like, Cap, man, you gotta let them boys fight, man. Y'all can't double team Iron Man. I know Bucky was mind controlled at the time. I get it. But you gotta let them boys square up. You gotta let them fight it out. And then when it started getting too bad, you can jump in. But he ain't even let Tony really get busy a little bit before he wanted to double team Tony. So all in all, what I'm saying is it was hard trying to connect with Zemo's pain and to really try to sympathize with him because I was more worried about Tony. And then T'Challa lost his dad. I'm like, dang, forget Zemo. It's some other real stuff going on in this movie. But since Black Panther was so Killmonger focused, you got a lot of time to really flesh him out. And then his final scene, bury me in the ocean, man, a lot of people was sitting in that theater like, dang, I slick feel sorry for Killmonger. And now we're hearing rumors like, oh, you're gonna feel sorry for Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom is gonna be sympathetic. I don't want to feel sorry for Dr. Doom. And don't get me wrong, I know Dr. Doom is this great character. Like, he tiptoes on the line very frequently, but I just want a villain who's not sympathetic at this moment. That's why I was kind of excited for Kane, because don't get me wrong, he was going to be a sympathetic villain too, but we're going to get a chance to spend a lot more time with him. We were going to get to see him conquer. We were going to get to see all his variants go crazy. So I just felt like we really was going to get to kick it with Kane longer. And now we got 2 movies to kind of try to sympathize with Dr. Doom, understand where he's coming from, and like let him be some sort of like empathetic antagonist. So it is rumors that Dr. Doom is mad because Steve went back in time and had kids and a wife, and it caused an incursion. So Tony lost his whole family in the incursion, and now he want to beat Steve up. So essentially, he's Zemo. He's mad because he lost his family. Now, this is just a rumor. This may not be true. This is just what we hearing in the scooper streets. And I feel like it's the freaking Curse of Killmonger. All these sympathetic villains. After Killmonger, we got Thanos. A lot of people was like, man, I kind of get Thanos. I think half of the universe do need to go. Some of these people need to get up out of here. So people was relating to Thanos. And then who was next? We just talking about movies. Mysterio. Bruh, I like Mysterio. He was putting it on Peter Parker. He wasn't really a sympathetic villain. He was more so like a disgruntled employee. Then came Dreykov. He wasn't sympathetic either. He was trafficking kids. He's a pretty bad guy. Yeah, that's kind of crazy. After him, we got Wenwu. Definitely sympathetic. I completely felt for Wenwu's character. Like, they wrote him so well. The actor was so believable. You got this man who lost the love of his life, and he's willing to do anything to get her back, including beating up his own kids. Sometimes you just got to beat the kids up for your wife. That's what type of time Win moves on. So I definitely like sympathize with him, bro. Like, he was just hurt. Then came the Eternals. Who's the villain in Eternals? Icarus. Or was it the Celestial? I think Icarus was kind of sympathetic because he didn't really want to do what he was doing. It was just like, man, this is my mission. This is what I got to do. Then after Eternals, we got Green Goblin. Hey, man, Green Goblin was gooning. He wasn't sympathetic at all. Yeah, you can throw him out the sympathetic line. He was going wow. After Green Goblin, we got Gorr the God Butcher. They wanted you to feel sorry for him because of his daughter. But Thor Love and Thunder was such a bad movie because we all had like super high expectations for Gorr, and for them to just make him this sympathetic guy, it was such a letdown, man. Bruh, they completely ruined Gorr the God Butcher. Then you had Wanda in Multiverse of Madness. I mean, somebody else fighting for their kids. Sympathetic to me. I don't think she did anything wrong. I would snatch somebody's wig about my kids too. I think Wanda is innocent. I sympathize with her. I get it. Next up was Namor. Listen, y'all, Namor shouldn't have killed the queen, okay? That aside, I mean, I always feel bad for anybody who was colonized and their land and life was taken from them. So, of course, he was a sympathetic villain as well. Kang, hey, man, he was on some bully time. High Evolutionary, he was a weirdo, okay? He was definitely a goon. He wasn't sympathetic at all. He was weird. Dar-Benn, you know, I think if they really let us spend time with her, they were trying to paint her as being a sympathetic villain because she was just trying to look out for her people and for her planet. But unfortunately, we didn't get to really dig into her a lot. Cassandra Nova, nah, she wasn't sympathetic at all. She was a queen pan. She was not playing with him. I like Cassandra Nova. And then when you get to the TV shows, first up was WandaVision, Agatha. Okay, let's talk about Agatha. Agatha, Dreykov, and High Evolutionary are real, true, hardcore villains. Real talk. Agatha has taken out so many people. You can't even begin to count how many people Agatha has killed over centuries. She is the definition of a real villain. Like, Agatha is one of the biggest villains past Endgame, the way she would just murder indiscriminately. Agatha was wild. Partly from Falcon and the Winter Soldier, definitely sympathetic. Kingpin and Hawkeye. I mean, Kingpin ain't really a sympathetic villain, but I sympathize with him. Like, I just kind of understand where Kingpin be coming from just due to his childhood and stuff. Moon Knight's villain, them religious villains really be believing what they believe, so I ain't got no comment on him, okay? All right, no comment. And the villain of Miss Marvel, she was definitely supposed to be sympathetic. She was just trying to get back to her home. She was doing what she had to do to protect a son. So yeah, she was sympathetic. But yeah, man, it's the Killmonger curse. Everybody wants the villains to be relatable, but bruh, I just want a villain who just kind of evil for no reason. I'm not saying they gotta have a bad story. Like, you can tell a good story of an evil villain without us having to sympathize with them, but, you know, sprinkle a couple of them in here or there. There has to be a good, healthy mix of compelling, sympathetic villains and just bad people who evil for no reason, okay? Sometimes we just need that. So yeah, I call it the Curse of Killmonger. Ever since he was introduced, all the writers want to write their villains sympathetic. How do y'all feel? Leave your comments below. Thanks for hanging out with me. Peace.